Okay, Shalom, Shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholo Yimalak Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekahakwadash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to slip the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawaf. Just coming at you with another quick lesson praying that is edifying by the Spirit. And I seen this article on some eagles. Guess matter of fact, let me get the article. I went into some little information on Esau and his love of that eagle, man. And if you kill one, hey, you definitely you going to jail. They got a nice little fine to it, and you going to jail. But it says this is an incredibly difficult moment. A bald eagle live stream turns tragic as both chicks die within a day, and I find that to be like a omen. You know what I'm saying? Just me speaking as a man. Just like with the Spirit Airlines shit, you know what I'm saying? Because Esau, they take these eagles, and they they're definitely worth, their life is worth more than any of you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. If you were to ask a Edomite, would he rather save an eagle or a nigga? He more than likely gonna choose the eagle first, and just is what it is. That's if you asking them, if it's a survey where it can't nobody see them. But now maybe if you ask, and you got him on camera, but some of them so bold they'll say it right on camera. Nope, the American eagle is far more important. It's just like Esau, during slavery with his dogs. He sit there with his hound dog, little blood dogs, you know what I'm saying, to run Jake down, and he treated that fucking dog way better than he ever treated Jake, man. But anyway, okay, so it says the beloved bald eagles live stream in Pittsburgh took a devastating turn when both chicks at the Glen Hazel nest died within a day of each other. It was the first time that has happened since the nest began streaming to the public. The local community has followed the parents for years, and the current mother eagle is also showing signs of illness. So these so-called white people, they're sad about shit like this. They sending up prayers, you know. USA Today reported that the two eagles at the Glen Hazel nest, located along never heard of this river before, Monongahela River, hatched in early April. The first arrived in April 2nd, according to PixCams, which live streams the nest. The younger eagle died on May 17th at 43 days old. The older chick died the following morning, May 18th, 45 days old. This is an incredibly difficult moment for everyone who has followed and cared about the nest, PixCams wrote on Facebook post. In 14 years of streaming these eagles, we've never experienced a loss like this. And yeah, and that's how about Shemi was shy. Because matter of fact, what that scripture say about not even a sparrow shall fall to the ground without the Lord sanctioning it. Let me see if I can get that. Just a little quick hit. I think it's in Matthew. Matthew, what is it? Yeah, Matthew 10 and 29. It says, "Are not two sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father?" See that? So the Lord knocked them birds off. And it's spiritual when it comes to Esau, because Esau, he has a real attachment to that eagle, man. Throughout history, he has been using that bird as his symbol. Because when you go into the eagle, it's a very powerful bird. It has has very good sight. It sits up on high. It kind of sits lofty, and that's how Esau wants to be. That's him with his cameras, his AI, and his International Space Center, his satellites and shit. They got damn roadway cameras, license plate readers, and cameras all over the place, and they can just run your ass down and zero you down in one location at any point in the game that they want to. That's that symbol of the eagle, so to speak. That great hunter. Esau is a cunning hunter as well. The scriptures talks about how he's a cunning hunter. So, you know, that's something that he would typically use. And Esau is prideful like that. But pretty much, again, I didn't want to keep this long, but I do want to go into these stats on if you or to kill an American eagle, or you know, try and pluck some damn feathers or something like that from one of them shits or something, man. They give you a nice good fine and some years in jail. Okay, but it says the Pittsburgh Post Gazette reported that one chick started appearing sick on May 14th. It was regurgitating food and was experiencing weaknesses and lethargy. The mother eagle was later seen displaying similar symptoms. Probably grabbed up on some shit that was uh, that was probably not for him to eat. You know, something that was tainted. It says as of May 18th, officials had not confirmed the cause of death. Possibly explanations under consideration, according to okay. You know they're gonna do autopsies. They're gonna spend all the money they can to see about that shit. A day later, pig scams also stated on Facebook that it thinks bird flu was likely the cause. Up, I ain't see that in there. You know, Esau, you know, he been talking about that bird flu for quite some time. Federal policy generally does not allow intervention in active bald eagle nests unless it grants special permissions to a group. Pigscams has chosen to not intervene further at the moment to maintain human safety and avoid stressing out the adult eagles. According to the Post Gazette, cited by USA Today, only about 50% of young bald eagles survive the education and rehabilitation partner. Okay, all that good shit. So, you know, Esau, he studies everything. That was pretty much it on the article. We can see some of these comments. Let me see how these. Somebody says, can't they vaccinate birds against this disease somehow? Maybe put feeding stations with vaccines in the food. So sorry for this to happen. See that? Says that really sucks. I love my two bald eagles that are up in the Big Bear. Jackie and Shadow lost the first two eggs, and they had laid earlier this year. See this Edomite sentiment right here. These are Edomites in here. How heartbreaking this is to lose those precious symbols of our country and strength and freedom. See that? It's Esau. No, it's not heartbreaking to me. See? Oh, somebody said maybe it's an omen, a warning to mankind. We've destroyed God's garden, everything in it. No, well, if you're saying we, you're talking about you Edomites. It's you Edomites that have destroyed every damn thing. Matter of fact, let's get Revelation 11 and 18. It's you Edomites that have destroyed the planet. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. See? Esau is the one that's destroying the earth, and then he'll get out here and give you Earth Day, as if he cares about everything. Like he loves the planet so much. I'm watching the news in the backdrop right now. They a couple of strikes on them tankers over there in the Strait of Hormuz, and you can just see the damn oil trail. You know what I'm saying, from them big ass tankers, bro. So where you think that oil is going? What you think that oil is doing to the seabed and the animals that's within it? You know, that's Esau. He just destructive as hell. You know, Israel them bombed Lebanon again. They got that bitch looking like Gaza already. You know, they killed 12 people. You know, and everywhere these Edomites are, like even with Russia, I was watching that them bombing Kyiv. Matter of fact, they told America, get the fuck out of there. Get your officials out of there. We're about to bomb the shit out of this bitch, and you're not gonna stop us. And they did. They killed quite a few people too, and injured maybe about 100 people. But yeah, it's just the way that it looked. The war zones, the way that it looks afterwards is just that's Esau's. That's Esau, 100%. When you look at him, you know. I was just watching the brother video. He went live yesterday with the gay BCs. You motherfucker got a book for your babies called the gay BCs. Fucking babies don't even know how to read or write or know the basics of anything. You know, not even potty train. And this motherfucker wants you to teach your kids about uh, uh, LGBTQ shit, man. So this place is through, bro. And the Lord is showing, who Esau really is. Esau is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. But I wanted to go off into this. Let me get this real quick. I'll put in a couple of little stats. See what the deal is if you damage one of these damn eagles here in America. Okay, it says I just put in what's the penalty for killing an eagle in America. It says killing an eagle in the United States is a severe federal crime. Why? Because Esau, that's his bird. He that's his symbol. I think Benjamin Franklin wanted to use the turkey, but it was it was on Esau to use that eagle because that's them. That's that the Lord set that all up. It says killing an eagle in the United States is a severe federal crime that carries maximum penalty of $100,000 fine, up to 1 year in prison, or both for first-time offenders. Because eagles are protected under multiple federal laws. See that? It's not just one law; it's multiple federal laws. So Jake, not even protected under multiple federal laws like that. Specifically, the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Act and a Migratory Bird Treaty Act. The penalties scale dramatically based on the nature of the crime and the offender's history. First offense, misdemeanors, up to $100,000 fine, $200,000 for an organization, and 1 year in federal prison. But yet, they'll let Esau run throughout the earth. They can kill rhinos, they can kill giraffes, they can kill, lions and tigers and bears and elephants and shit. And they can do all that for sport. But when it comes to their beloved American eagle, and see that's Esau. That's a hypocrite. The Lord hates hypocrites, man. You get that. That's Esau. He can go out here and kill every damn thing that he wants to kill, but when it comes to his beloved eagle, oh no. That's the symbol of our strength, our freedom. Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. And that's why we starting to see a lot of omens towards Esau, man. A lot of things, man, are starting to be shown that this man is definitely falling. You had those bees swarming the damn White House a few weeks back. You know, you had them damn hornets over there in Israel swarming they shit over there. You got all these damn teen takeovers. You got chemical spills. You got fucking tornadoes and shit. Damn tornadoes came through and tore up some shit down in Alabama, and it's always you Edomites neighborhoods that tearing up your nice little gated community. In fact, let's go back though. Went into the Eagles. Oh shit, what happened? Damn, it took me out of it. But pretty much you get the point. It's kind of I don't know why I done that. There's quite a few nations that use the eagle though, and it's not just Esau, but it's mainly Esau though. Put it back in there. What's the fine for killing one? They got 100, 200, 250 max fine. Second offense, $500,000 max fine. I think that's for organizations, which you do got Esau. They'll go out here. They'll go and hunt for sport. They'll still kill them shits. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it says additional civil penalties. So they got some civil penalties for that shit to go along with that big ass fine. Separate criminal prosecution, the U.S. government can also levy a civil penalty of up to $5,000 per violation. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, you get the point. But let me just grab this one real quick. End out. That's something that I seen. Esau, they sad as hell about our beloved Eagles. Oh, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about nothing but they dogs, and you know what I'm saying. Just bullshit. It's that one in Obadiah. This Esau right here, he sets his nest as the eagle. Verse 4, Obadiah 1 and 4. It says, though you build, I'm going to read it in the Amplified. Though you build your nest as high like the eagle, though you set your nest amongst the stars, I will bring you down from there, says the Lord. And that's Esau. Because again, he's all out here. This motherfucker doing damn supposedly moon fly arounds. He's trying to go to Mars. He's all out there. That's how he bombing all these fucking ships and doing all these bombings and stuff. He's in the skies with the satellites. And you see that little cross hit your the target on your TV. That's Esau. You know what I'm saying? He's looking from above. That's how he's making these elaborate 100% strikes, man. He's not missing. He's on target. Precision, man. Because he's sitting on high in the heavens, you know, with his military might, you know, and the Lord is going to bring his ass down. So I just wanted to just touch on that real quick. I think that was pretty much about it. Comments, you know, comments, boy. Esau in his comments. You can get one or two more of these comments from Esau. How heartbreaking this is to lose those precious symbols. Crazy as hell. Do an autopsy, educate people about what rat poison does to avian predators. Denise Duncan says, rest in peace, beautiful babies. Yeah, right. Somebody got that the praying hand emoji. Sorry for their loss. See? See, this is how Esau thinks. Poor babies. It says people poison rodents, raptors eat rodents, raptors and rodents die. Okay. Somebody says so very sad. Sad. So heartbreaking to read. See that? Praying hand emojis. Somebody says nature is harsh. You know, somebody says welcome to nature. Well, yeah. And that's the Lord. How about Shai? Yeah. So sad. Oh, look at all the praying hand emojis. Somebody in here with some sense. That's nature. Get over it. Yeah. Most of these people talking about pesticides and poisonings and stuff. That's Esau. Who you think created that shit? Who you think is flying through the sky spraying? They could have, you know, it might be inhaling some of this shit. Esau flying through the skies and spraying on the people every day. The poison is your cause, not find the cause. Yeah, these white people, they want answers, man. They want answers, baby. You only seen like two people in here that just really just like, oh man, it's it's just the way life is in the jungle. These people, they sad as hell. Here you go with a fucking camera. And that's Esau too, that let you know he just won't leave nothing alone. You know, he's not a keeper at home. This motherfucker all up in a damn eagle's nest with a fucking camera, bro. You could have poisoned him. Who knows? Anyway, I'm ending out there. Pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and the Bubble Ball.